Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Comic Book Hangover with another one of my weekly comic book haul videos. I've also got a mail call to talk about today, as well as some books that I was gifted by my good friend Cody Lockwood from Lockwood's Loot. So first, let's talk about because I've got quite a few things here, and I know with it being Christmas Eve, everybody's probably got more important things to do than watch me ramble on about comic books for 20 minutes or so. So let's real quickly let's talk about some of the books that I picked up last week. I'm just gonna go through these real quick. Batman 105. This series is still really good. This is the last issue before the 2-month hiatus for this Future State stuff, which I really don't have much interest in myself. So I'm probably just gonna bow out of DC for a little while, come back in March. The series will return with Batman issue 106, but it's also going to have some cheesy little Future State or Infinite State or whatever trade dress on it. It looks tacky as all get out. I'm hoping that this whole thing doesn't change the flow of this book, because I really am enjoying it, and I'm planning on sticking with it for the long haul. But if this Future State thing derails the flow of the story, I will have to drop it, because I have no interest in a lot of these things that they're doing right now on the surface. But you know what? Who knows? I may check out some of these Future State books, and I might actually enjoy them. So I'm open to the possibility. Let me just put that out there. I'm open to the possibility. But right now, last issue, probably the highlight for this issue and the previous issue is Clown Hunter. This character is getting to be a very interesting character, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he develops and where he goes in this series. But this is still a great series. Also, a great series. Here's one from actually both of these are from Image, and they're both really good. There's Big Girls, number 5. Starting to find out more and more about the people that run this sanctuary that the Big Girls protect. We're learning more about the Jacks, which are the guys who mutate into giant monsters. We're learning a lot of stuff, and the cool thing is the way that this book is paced is all the stuff we're learning. It's not overwhelming. You know, everything is spread out enough to where you're picking up the information that you need, and the story is flowing really well. The art is really good too. I mean, I'm really enjoying this book. I sort of figured that by the time the 5th issue came out that I would lose interest in it. That seems to be the exact opposite. So this is on my pull list now. I'm really enjoying it. The other one I'm really liking is Chip Zdarsky's Stillwater. This series is just, it's a nice slow burn book, and it's fantastic. I mean, the art is great. The story of this issue here, we kind of found out how our main character was able to get out of Stillwater so that he can grow up and have a life. So we're, again, just like with Big Girls, we're getting small bits of pieces of information, but we're getting small pieces of information, but we're getting a lot of information. But the way the stories are constructed, it's not overwhelming, and it fits. Everything it's just organic, and it's just really well done. Both of these books have great writing, great art, amazingly entertaining characters. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's so nice to have new books that are still coming out, and they're not from Marvel, they're not from DC, but they're still a lot of fun. Plus, these books, they're not written as if the publisher or the creators are trying to pass them off as treatments for TV shows. It's like they're trying to put out a great comic book with great characters, great art. Like I've said before, the whole package is amazing. They're focusing on making it an awesome comic book, and if it happens to become a TV show, fine, whatever. But this sort of like with Something Is Killing the Children, it's like they're trying to put together a great comic book world that would probably translate well as a Hulu series or Netflix series or whatever. But comic books first. That's how it should always be. Comic books first. The last one that I picked up last week, we'll talk about real quick, is Power Rangers number 2. These series, these ones here, which is Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin, still really good. Still a lot of fun. We're hopefully going to be learning more about these empiricals, or whatever they're called, and learning more about what is actually going on in Dragon's mind. But in this one here, we do meet a new species. At least I believe it's a new species of creatures that are sort of like space vampires, and scary stuff. But a great series. If you're a fan of the Power Rangers, it's some good stuff. This week I picked up a couple of books. So that's everything I want to talk about from last week. So this week I grabbed Something is Killing the Children, number 13, an amazing cover, and again, still a great series. I absolutely love this series. I grabbed, because I like the cover, I know I'm trying to get away from variant covers, but Marvel, people, come on, stop putting out variant covers that are awesome. And I know this is going to be a problem because I'm really am enjoying her artwork. But Peach Momoko, Spider-Woman, I don't know what issue this is, issue 7, a great cover. So I don't read the series, I don't really have an interest in the character at all, but I love this cover. This is an amazing cover. So great stuff there. I grabbed this one here. This is my replacement copy. The last one that I got, really weird. The cover was fine, but as I was reading the book, there were pages inside of it, down by the bottom staple, that were ripped. But it was only the middle pages that were ripped. The cover and the exterior pages were just fine. It's very, very weird. But I got that one finally replaced. And then then my little boy, he was looking through some back issues. I always love it when he looks through back issues. But he saw this one. He wanted it, so I bought it for him. Not sure how I'm going to let him have this book. It's an older one. It is kind of beat up, so it may not be that big of a deal to just let him have it. But I kind of want to start teaching him how to take care of comics. So I don't know. We'll see. So moving on. We've got the mail call. So I got Mystery Mail Call from Comic Tom 101. I already posted pictures of it on my Instagram, which carried over to my Facebook page. I actually I'll put another link in the description down below for my Instagram. My Instagram is mostly just my comic book stuff. I do post pictures of myself and my little boy and my family on there sometimes, but it's mostly comic book stuff. But this is what I got from Comic Tom this week. The print for this month, sort of like the Z one here, is White Ranger. This is awesome, and I hope they continue doing these. If they continue doing these, I will keep getting these boxes because I love these negative space prints for the Power Rangers. This is awesome. The next week's box has the special variant, or the exclusive is Eternals #1, a book I have no interest in. But if I find out they're doing one of these negative space Power Rangers things, I'm gonna stick with it. I also got for the little card thingies, this guy here. I have no interest in this, but that's all right. I may be able to actually pass that on to somebody else. I know some people are real big fans of it. Also in the Mystery Mail Call this month, I got this one here. I think this is the indigenous variant for Thor. Got Web Spinners, Tales of Spider-Man. I'm not exactly sure what this series is, but this is issue 14. It's a Spider-Man book, so what the heck, why not? This one I'm familiar with. The Punisher, issue 52. Punisher Invades Nam, #1, or part 1 of 2. Sorry. So those were the regular books that I got in the Mystery Mail Call. As for the variants I got, this is, I'm going to check my cheat card here. Nick Klein, King in Black #1 variant. It's a pretty nice cover. I didn't really like the book. I didn't really like the story. I don't know. Null is just a boring character for me, but that's a pretty cool cover. I may not keep it in my collection forever. If I come across somebody who's a real big fan, especially if they're a Nick Klein fan, I'll just go ahead and gift that to them, which is cool. But the reason why I wanted this month's Mystery Mail Call, aside from that negative space Power Rangers print, is this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #110 Peach Momoko variant. Now, I've seen lots of pictures of this, and I've even posted pictures of this, like as I said, on some of my social media, but I got to tell you guys, and gals, this is one of those books that looks a lot better in person than it does in a picture. There's no picture has done this cover justice, but this is an amazing one. This is also, it's a series that I don't read. I have nothing against the Turtles. I just don't read the Ninja Turtles books, but I love this cover. This is an amazing cover, so I had to grab that. Moving on, let's talk CodyCon. CodyCon is closed down for the holidays, but the plan is to return, and we will have CodyCon 2021 starting in January. And that means that I will start again posting links to his Facebook page, which is where he hosts his CodyCon videos. These are the books that that I had requested from him. He actually, instead of charging me for them, he gifted them to me for Christmas. So it was great. We had some really cool gift exchanges between us and the Lockwoods. It's great. So he gifted these to me, and I'm very much appreciative. A billion thank yous to Cody and his wife Audra and Stella, their dog, and they got a new addition to the family, an eyeless cat. I cannot remember his name. I want to say Duncan, but I think I'm wrong. But he's an adorable orange eyeless cat who seems to be doing very well. That said, here's the books that I grabbed from Cody Kahn over the last couple of weeks. Simpsons, Comics and Stories #1. It's just one of those books I always felt I should have in my collection, so got an opportunity, and I took it. So why not? All right, so we're going to move that right there. Marvel Special Edition. No, I guess this is #1. I don't know if this is Thor #1, but Marvel Special Edition. Awesome stuff. I like getting these older books. They're usually not in very good condition, but it's cool to have books that you know do have some history to them. Oh, these are also not in any particular order. Mostly Marvel, but not in any particular order. New Mutants #100, Rob Liefeld cover. Not a huge fan of Rob Liefeld, but I do respect what the guy has done. And this has always been one of those books that I felt like I should have in my collection. Got the opportunity thanks to Cody Kahn, and I took it. This one here I just grabbed because I like the cover. This is a Marvel book, Beware #1. Not at all familiar with the series. It doesn't show up in any key collector or anything like that, even though it is the first issue, but it's a cool cover, which makes it's an opportunity to make a good point. You don't always have to get older books because they're a key. Sometimes you like the cover, so you buy it for the cover. That's just as important, if not more important, than it being a key book. Uncanny X-Men #156. This is the origin of Corsair. Just like the cover, plus it's Chris Claremont. I don't think I have a whole lot of Chris Claremont books. Amazing Spider-Man #173. It's kind of beat up, not too bad though. I mean, it's from what, 1977, so I mean you really can't expect too much from it. But it's an early issue of Amazing Spider-Man that I did not have, so I jumped on it. Could be in much worse condition. This one here is Uncanny X-Men #282, the first appearance of Bishop. And you can kind of see some writing out there. I'm thinking about doing this because, you know, longtime viewers know that when I get the Marvel True Believers that I write down the actual issue that it's a reprint of across the top on the backboard. Thinking about kind of doing the same thing with the key issues in my collection. That way, as I'm flipping through them, I'll have it. I mean, I thought about writing them on the back, and I think some of them I did write on the back, but then I have to take the book out, flip it over, and see what it is. If I have it right there, I've got all the information. So this is a really nice high-grade copy of 282 First Appearance Bishop. It also has the 4-page Fleer insert, which I understand is kind of a rare thing to have, but that's in there, so this is fully intact. So that's really cool. I like having that one. Is another one of those things. I'm not really an X-Men fan, but there's certain books, certain covers that I want to have in my collection. That was one of them, so it's cool to have that. Then we've got, let me pop these, let's do these in order. Again, sometimes you get books because, not because you like the character really, but because they've got cool covers. And this is going to be one of them. Captain America 286 with Deathlock. I have always loved this cover. And despite having always loved this cover, I've never been able to track down what issue it is. And when you pop this up on Cody Kahn, I had to. There's just no way. But bonus, this was part of a 3-pack. So I got 286, 287, which also has a really nice cover. I love that cover too. That is awesome. Little Captain America versus Deathlock action there. And 288, Revolution 1993. I have to check that one out and see what that one's all about. But it's good. A nice little trilogy of books there. And also on that short list of books that like the cover, figured I should have it in my collection. I've got it now. Got Captain America 354. This is the first U.S. agent, first John Walker U.S. agent. Always like that cover. And I noticed also that the UPC, I don't know if that's a normal thing, if you can see that there. I think you can with the help of the glare. But the UPC looks like it's colored in. If you look closely, you can see the barcode but it's colored in black. I've never noticed that before. I did open the book to see if maybe somebody colored it with a Sharpie or something, and nothing is soaking through. So apparently that's how it's printed. I don't know, kind of cool. And then we've got this guy here, Overstreet Price Guide, 50th edition. Never really had one of these before, but these are not really books that you need for value, because the values of books, they fluctuate almost on an hourly basis these days because of TV and movies and whatnot. These books are great for references. If you're going to a show, like sometimes I go to a show and I don't have internet access very well, and so it's hard for me to get on there and see, what might be in what issue. I could take this. This is kind of old school, but I could take this guy here. This lists so many books. It gives you all the information that you need, all the pertinent information that you need, minimum information to, with some confidence, purchase the books that you're looking at. So I also have some extra books here. This one I may or may not keep in my collection. I'm not sure. This is Avengers No Surrender. I guess it's Avengers The No Surrender Story, 684. This is Scotty Young. I believe this is Scotty Young. Looks like Scotty Young variant cover there. Hulk. And these ones are extra copies. Evil Ernie, Resurrection #1. I already have this one, but what the heck? Why not have 2 copies of it? And Amazing Spider-Man 171. This is kind of a beater copy. I have this one already because it's got Nova in it. But I think my thing up here, the number whatever thing is different on mine. I'm not sure. I got to take a look at that. But that's it. I also got this. You go to your local comic shop to buy your books this week, you may see this in there. This is free. It should be free for everybody. And this is going to be your 2021 calendar. It is all Fantastic Four this year, because apparently the Fantastic Four is celebrating its 60th anniversary. So you can enjoy that all year long with a little small mini free calendar at your local comic shop. So that is it. That's what I got this week. I do have some trade paperbacks coming in soon. With the holidays, I think they were supposed to be here this week, but with the holidays being the holidays and all this pandemic nonsense going on, everything is behind. So I'm not expecting it until next week. I'm getting very few books next week. So it's the last week of the year, a few days before New Year's. So it's really not going to be a whole lot coming out. So if I get my trades, I may talk about those, do a separate video for those, but I might not have a weekly haul video next week. I'm not sure. Depends on how many books I actually get altogether. So that said, I hope everybody has a very merry and safe Christmas this year. Spend time with your friends and family. Do it safely, do it responsibly, because we want as many people in 2020 to join us at this time in 2021. I also want to take an opportunity to thank everybody for their support, for their likes, for their comments, for their shares, for their views on my channel throughout 2020. I know it's been rough for everybody, but I do appreciate it. I'm at 107 subscribers currently, which is great. I mean, I started this year well below 100 subscribers, and now I've got over 100, and I appreciate that. Thank you all very much for that. I'm also going to try to pay this forward a little bit. There's going to be I think it's a Comics Fan for Life. It's a small channel. He's a good guy. I like watching his videos myself. He just likes to talk about the books that he picks up every week, just like I do here. So if you like what I do here, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, check him out. I'll put a link in the description down below. Give him a like, give him a subscribe, toss a comment or two his way. He seems like he's a really good guy. So that's it. We're good. We're going to wrap this up for this week. Again, not sure if I want to have a video next week. I may or may not. I guess we'll just have to see. Keep an eye on my channel. If not, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you all in 2021 at the very least with a nice batch of great new comic books and some exciting stuff coming out in 2021 that we all should be looking forward to. So everybody have a good holiday. We'll see you later.